So I will do as well while we are already descending as on the KK 592. We'll set the 2-mile ring. Kind of shows us that we need to start setting the MDA there and the altitude window, and then start the VNAV approach in itself. Oh, Paro, yeah, Paro is, I had a look at it a couple of months ago, but I don't have a lot of information about Paro. All I had is that kind of VOR let down, but I'm sure there's a method to fly into Paro, and trying to eyeball it without having really any information on the airport is quite difficult. There's so much terrain, and it's quite difficult. So maybe I need to try, but as I said, I don't really have a lot of information on Paro, so it's oh, there's a new, is it the flight Tampa scenery for Amsterdam and De Gaulle? That would be great, that would be really good. So here's Patka, so we're gonna start the arrival at Patka. We'll have a look at the weather again. It's fairly important, obviously, to keep a track of what the weather is doing. So 080 at 7, 9999, few at 1200, broken at 16.8 degrees, still 1016. So 10166 preset. Nice, well, that's decent enough. 1600 feet is obviously above the ground. So the airport elevation is 800 feet. Minimum's 1310, so it's actually just about 500 feet. So we should become visual fairly early. It's not going to be a last-minute affair. Mini Mafia 1413, so do I, the 787. I'm quite curious to see what they're going to do with it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's probably one thing I'll get, because it's a very nice aircraft. I think I mentioned that before on the stream, but recently I purchased a book on the 787. It's just like kind of runs through you know, the I think it's an airline in Japan. Is it Skybird or something? Anyway, just like runs through the, you know, a flight. So from the time, you know, the pilots meet for the briefing until they get to the other side, and you know, going through all phases of flight, loads of photos of the flight deck, of the different, you know, phases of flight. A very good book, even for, you know, for somebody, you know, who flies and stuff. It's a very nice book, and it looks like an amazing aircraft actually. Yeah, it's really nice. So much more advanced than 777. The 777 actually is already starting to be a little bit on the old side. I think it was kind of engineered in the 80s and the early 90s, so it's starting to date back a little bit already. It's not obviously the most modern technology on it. Yeah, the 777X is obviously gonna be built on the 787 technology, so all that composite material for the fuselage, and a new engine as well. I think it's the GE9X or something, whatever the name is of the engine. New technology as well on the engine itself. yeah, it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be the aircraft of choice because passenger-wise, it's gonna be able to take more passengers than it can at the moment. It's gonna be almost close to 380 3-class configuration, so it's gonna be quite something. Yeah, maybe you are being observed, Giant Unicorn. Maybe they're after you. You know, they're keeping an eye on you. So something that will be a bad idea when you're coming like this from this direction, and ATC would say to you, thank you very much for the follow, Solo Runner 1. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's more powerful than the current G90. Yeah. That's something out of this world. Drag required. That's okay. Yeah, I was saying if you get like a shortcut there by ATC, that wouldn't be a good idea because if you look at the progress page, I got 54 miles to go to the airport, and if you were going direct to the KK701 here, you would really shorten your track and you will be very high. So if you get like, you know, at this stage like a shortcut offer, you can deny it and continue on the arrival because you would really struggle to get it down. Right, you can set 90. It's all in VNAV, it's actually doing a good job except the speed. Yeah, I heard about Pilot Edge. It does sound very interesting. It's obviously, from what I understand, based on is it California, and maybe a little bit, maybe Las Vegas and a couple of airports outside California, but at least you get ATC all the time, from what I understand. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, I can recommend it. I've never tried, but I can recommend it because I understand the controllers are like real controllers, so that would be quite good. Oh, they are expanding. Oh, good stuff. From top to bottom, yeah. So it's good because this approach there is gonna give me the opportunity, hoping that the database and everything works, but it's gonna give me the opportunity to demonstrate. Thank you very much for the follow, Liza Gashidye Tilamid. So it's a long name. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this approach is gonna give me the opportunity to demonstrate. Hopefully it's gonna work. RNAV approach, so it's quite good. Thank you very much for the follow, Red Sponsor. Welcome to the stream. And RNAV approach is basically done with GPS, and that's the main navigation thing for RNAV approach. So the approach is coded in the FMC, and it's basically for lateral guidance, guided by the GPS, and for vertical guidance, the computer works out a decent profile in accordance with the approach coding in the FMC. Go all the way to 3,000 feet. We are in VNAV path, so it's gonna keep all the restrictions. It's now in VNAV speed. Okay, let's go down. It lost the VNAV path. Yeah, there's a training program as well, isn't there? Ten checks down.
10 checklist. Recall. 10 checklist complete.
Right, so 3,000 feet was at the QNH. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters and instruments.
Set and cross-checked.
Approach frequencies.
Checked and set.
Approach checklist complete.
Very good. Flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1 selected.
In terms of knowledge, I mean, the funny thing about flying is that you start when you start learning, they give you a pile of books. So yeah, you start with a lot of theory at the same time as starting, you know, the actual flying practice. Flaps 5.
Flaps 5 selected.
And then slowly, you know, multi-crew experience is okay. I mean, what I like about it is that you can customize all the flows and checklists and procedures and stuff. But sometimes it's a little bit whimsical and picks up things which it's not really supposed to pick up. But generally, it's okay. It's a good help, you know, for the flaps to put, you know, to extend the gear, to extend the flaps, to do checklists and stuff is good. Still a little bit high, but I'm working on it. With the speed brakes, this aircraft is very slippery. Hello, SRBR 330. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10 selected.
I'm really going for it now. Trying my best to descend, but still very high. So even with the forecast wind, it's not really done a great job. Right, so we're gonna intercept the final approach course, which is 073. It should work out okay. It's slowly coming back on the vertical profile there. If it doesn't work out, I'll go around and try again. Gear down.
Gear speed check. Going down.
Flaps 15.
Flaps 15 selected.
Landing flow.
Okay. Cabin crew seat 4 landing.
Flaps 30.
Flaps 30 selected.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
On.
Recall.
Checked.
Speed brake.
Armed.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
Set.
Landing checklist complete.
Cool. It's a bit of a struggle to get it down, but I managed. Missed approach altitude is set. And let's fly. Autopilot is coming off. The auto throttle is coming off. Use the FPV as well. With the RNAV approach, we can follow the flight director. It's giving us guidance all the way to the runway. Beautiful Polish countryside. Cool. Check. So we kind of want around 57-56% on the N1 to keep the speed. Landing. Thank you very much for the follow. Sorry, I can't really check the alert, but whoever it is, thank you very much for the follow. Reversers. $60 knots. Start the reverse. I will roll. Auto brake disarm. Yeah, I know there's no, you can't really upgrade PMDG from FS 2004, because I remember having FS 2004 before, and there was PMDG 737, but yeah, they didn't work with FSX. Thank you very much, P3 Aon. Welcome to Krakow in Poland. Way, passengers applauding. Yeah, I'll try to show the replay, but I'll just get to the gate first and then do the replay. So vacating at the end. Clean up. Clean up. So where's the gate?
Master, caution, NGX ice reset.
We'll go in the other side. Yeah, Alpha. There's two ways to enter the apron, either the on the left there, which just passed, otherwise turn left there onto Alpha and go in the other way. It's kind of circular. There's nobody there, so it doesn't really matter. The stand number 1 is just up that taxiway here. Cool, the stand is available. There's a couple of fixed static aircraft there on the scenery. Cool.
Okay, confirm altitude.
So stand number 1 is supposed to be straight ahead. We've got the signs there, which is quite cool. There's nobody around. It's a static aircraft. You can see the marshaller there. Taxi and flow.
Okay. Clear right.
Clear left. Alright, the challenge of the day now is to have the marshaller dance. Do a little Macarena, which is not that easy actually. Yeah, Macarena. Problem as well is with the friction bug, the aircraft stops. Ah, too far. Anyway, parking brake set. We'll display the engine page. We got The APU on the bus. So that's good. We can shut down the engines. You parked a bit too far. Yeah, not too far. He's Boeing. Yep. Thank you very much, man, for the service. And he's walking away. Dziękuję, as they say.